All right, what's going on? It's Greg here, and I have some really awesome content that I want to share with you. You see, when I was in Miami a couple weeks ago, I was hanging out, in Miami South Beach, and I got this call from Owen, who runs this company called Real Social Dynamics, teaching self-improvement, personal development, and dating. And he was holding this big seminar, this big event. And we've been in touch over the last few months, and he kind of just was like, dude, I totally forgot to ask you, but do you want to come speak at the summit? And I was like, for sure. I'm like, when do you want this speech to happen? And he was like in like an hour, dude. And he's like, yeah, you in? I'm like, fuck yeah. And so I rolled up to this event, and I had no preparation. So I hit up the stage, and I just laid it all out there. I did about an hour speech. We talked about fitness, training to build muscle, dieting, calories, low carb, this and that, testosterone, how I built this business to what it is today. So we covered some really badass topics, and I want you guys to get the most out of it. So in the next, over the next several videos, I'll be sharing the highlights from the speech. So it's over an hour of content, and it's really awesome stuff. Some stuff I've probably gone over again, but it's just really cool to see it when I'm up there on the stage and kind of riffing with people. They're bringing up their questions, and I'm kind of answering it. So here's the first 10 minutes of the speech. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, share your comments, let me know what you want to see next, and I'm gonna share some awesome stuff with you today. And I will put on the speech now. Bye. All right, so I want to keep this kind of interactive. I want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, throw your hand up, ask your questions, and we're going to talk a little bit about fitness, about how you can build the physique you want, a really solid, lean physique, without having to slave away in the gym and follow brutal, boring diets, because we've all been fed that fucking lie that if we want to have that body we want, we have to follow some strict, clean diet, eating chicken breast and broccoli, 6 small meals a day, and have that miserable lifestyle. I more have your cake and eat it too. So I want you guys all to kind of be involved in this. Think of any questions you have, any fucking doubts. Maybe you're like, well, Greg, if I go 3 hours without eating, I'm gonna lose muscle. Any of you guys have questions, concerns, doubts, throw them up. I'm not planning on doing like a singular speech like everyone else kind of does. That's not my style. I like to kind of roll off you guys. But more so than that, something I'm very passionate about is creating the life you want. Living in your own dream reality. The fucking business life you want. Your habits that you have, your hobbies or whatever. Your physique, everything, how it all looks and unfolds. Because for me, it wasn't just about building this body, And I haven't been working out. I have an injury, so I'm not as good shape as I usually am. But it wasn't just about building this body. It was also about having the life I wanted. Waking up every day to fucking do the shit that I want to do. Yesterday, I was just chilling over there, and one of you guys, I don't want to single anyone out, one of you guys came up to me and was like, man, it's cool to see what you've been doing. It's inspirational, but it makes me really fucking jealous. And right then and there, I was like really pissed off. I was angry. I didn't know why. I was really angry because this person, when he looked at me, he was like, I'm jealous of what you've done. We're the same age. Being jealous of me almost implies that he's not going to take action, right? If I see someone like, Elliot over there with this big channel, I'm not going to look at him and be like, I'm fucking jealous of Elliot. He's got 1-point-something million subscribers. I'm going to be inspired. I can fucking do that because I'm going to take action. I'm going to watch what he's doing. I'm not going to get jealous, So when I see someone that has these like negative responses or negative emotions, it kind of cringes me because I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to have the life that you want, because that's, ever since I was like 10, 11, 12, and I got into working out, it was my passion to help my brothers train. So I'd run up to my brothers, I'm like, you guys let's work out. And they'd be like, no, fuck that, I don't want to train. And the irony now is that I have probably thousands of people all over the world doing my workouts and stuff. And it just kind of came from this process, which we'll dive into now. So we're going to talk a bit about fitness, whatever questions and stuff you have. And really, I imagine a lot of you probably still have goals and stuff that you want to do, but maybe it's social pressure that's in your way. Maybe you don't want to step out of your comfort zone or school or job to really conquer what you want. So we're going to address that. Right now, does anyone have anything that comes to mind? A question? Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like a high fat, low carbohydrate, like ketogenic style diet, like as a long-term lifestyle, not just like on some bodybuilding shit, like
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are here because you want to get better with women. A low carb diet can really mess that up. Carbs play an important role in testosterone functioning, and it depends on like your genetic type. But some people, for me, if I did low carb for a while, and my testosterone was shot, I was just low testosterone, sex drive was down. So I tell people, if your goal is to get lean, what's your goal? Being
lean, and obviously testosterone is important because I'm closer to 40 than 35, so
right.
That's really important. So being lean, just staying in decent shape, getting in better shape, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so as far as like macronutrient breakdown, your proteins, fats, and carbs, if your goal is to get lean, it's all about that calorie deficit. If you're hitting a calorie deficit, you're going to burn fat. There's no way around that. A lot of people will kind of say, oh, calories don't matter. Calories don't matter. But then if you look at people who are starving on the island, what happens? They're not getting enough food, their body's dissolving, because that's the law of thermodynamics. So it doesn't matter if you're eating 400 grams of carbs or 0 grams of carbs. If you're in a calorie deficit, you will burn fat. So I tell people, structure your diet in the way that's most enjoyable for you. Do you never want to have carbs again? Do you never want to have carbs again? Unless you're just not human and don't like to enjoy life. Of course you want to eat carbs again. So you fit that into your fucking calories is what you do. And that's why I talk a lot about intermittent fasting. Same thing with Brandon Carter. Because if you're fasting and you push that first meal, normally you wake up at 9. If you're like me, you wake up at noon. You push that first meal 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in the day. Now you're having 2 big meals. Now you can have the food you want. And you can have the carbs and the fats. And as far as research around macronutrients for testosterone, carbs and fats both play an important role in testosterone. If you bring your carbs down too much, they did a study where they had protein, they had fat constant, and they had a higher protein diet, lower carb diet, and that actually reduced testosterone about 30%. But everything I say here, guys, I just want you guys to listen, apply it, see if it makes sense, apply it, and see your own results. See your own personal results, because what I'm saying, it doesn't matter, it's not going to help. If it doesn't help you, then it's bullshit. So put it to the test, see if it works, and then go from there. But definitely, from my own personal results and a lot of people I've worked with, going too low in carbs has negative effects. Your serotonin in the brain, your neurotransmitters in your brain go down, so you can't sleep at night. It's hard to relax. Maybe if you go low carb, it's very hard to go low carb forever, especially if you're training, you're depleting a lot of muscle glycogen. Eventually you're gonna cheat. And that's why most diets are set up to fail. I tell people this, if you're trying to get lean, you shouldn't be counting down the days like you're fucking in prison. Like, I just got this 90-day fucking fat loss program, and it's like every day I can't wait, for that just to get this over with. If that's what it feels like, you're on the worst program ever. You're on the worst program ever. You should be able to enjoy every day to your goal physique. If you can't, you're never going to maintain it, and you're going to cheat. We're only human. We only have so much willpower. So when I work with clients and I create courses, it's designed in a way that allows people to actually enjoy the fucking process. So every day they're like, you know what? I can fit in my chocolate. I can have chocolate tonight. Every day, not once a fucking week. I don't want to wait a week to enjoy the food I want. I want to do it every day, And so you want to make sure that if you have a goal to build a great physique, the nutrition part's the hardest. Nutrition's the hardest. Like, training's fucking awesome. Like, I love working out. I love going to the gym and, hitting some PRs and training. That's easy, That only takes about 3 hours a week of hard-hitting training to get the results you want. Nutrition is 24/7, right? 24/7. You can be perfect all day, and then in 10 minutes, you just kind of give in, and now you ate like 3,000 calories. Like, if you're like me, I could screw up in like 10 minutes. So nutrition's difficult because it's a 24/7 battle. And we're fighting against our natural impulses that say, oh, I want to eat this stuff. Especially as you get leaner, you get dip below 10, 9, 8%, then you have certain hormones that kind of want to keep you at a little bit higher, and then you have to fight against that. So that's that. The question was the carbs, right? We went on a massive tangent. Yeah.
No, that's great. No,
that's good, man.
About, high fat, low carb. Yeah.
And you know what? One of the issues with why people gravitate towards low carb diets is because they can stay more full on a diet. So if you're eating, let's say you have to have, you're a big dude, so I don't even want to use it as an example because you might cut on like 2,800 calories. But like most of you guys, you might have to eat 2,000 calories to lean down, right? And if you're eating just like steak and vegetables, that's like going to keep you pretty full. until you just have these cravings and you just need some carbs to kind of relax and chill and get your testosterone up, your energy up. So you want to make sure, so one of the reasons why people go on low carb diets is because they stay more full. But you can do that with a higher carb, not even a higher carb, I'm not saying high carb, I'm just saying moderate. Like, you want to focus on the food choices that keep you full. That's what it comes down to. Like, there's so many bullshit nutrition things you've been told. You gotta eat every 3 hours. Big meals will like cause you to gain fat. If you eat after 8 p.m., you're gonna store fat. All this is wrong. Carbs make you fat, fat makes you fat, everything changes. It's like this bullshit kind of cycle we've been fed, And one person says paleo, another person says vegan. I tell people, okay, if you want to get lean, you got to hit a calorie deficit. You got to do that in the most enjoyable way possible that you can stick to, so you can enjoy the process.
All right, I really hope you enjoyed that video laying some knowledge. If you liked it, hit the like button, share your comments, and don't forget to take my Kinobody Physique survey to find out the best program for you. All my courses and programs are based off, the most effective and efficient way to train and structure your diet to achieve a solid, lean, and chiseled physique. Even though I took a couple months off of training, I still maintained a lot of size and definition, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to post more aspects of the speech. I'll put the link to take the physique survey in the description. And I'm really excited to share some of the stuff on how I built this huge channel and got thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world, following this stuff, which is some really cool knowledge I'm going to share soon. So that's it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.